Welcome to the Catholic Couch, the official podcast of the Catholic Counseling Institute, where we integrate the beauty of the Catholic faith with the wisdom of modern psychology to give you real tools for real life. I'm Amber Pilkington, Catholic therapist, wife, mother, and woman who is raising saints, one forgotten water bottle at a time. If you're a Catholic mom, staring down the summer calendar, wondering how you're going to juggle sacraments, sunscreen, and screen time battles, you're not alone, and this episode is for you. Because summer doesn't have to be total chaos or burnout. With a little intention and planning, summer can be holy, fun, and yes, even peaceful. If you're wondering how this could possibly be true, I got you, sister. Today, I'm going to walk you through the Catholic Mother's Summer Survival Guide. It's free. There's a link in the description. We're creating a summer game plan, a rhythm that builds spiritual formation, family time, and just enough structure to keep your sanity. And at the end, I'll tell you how to download the entire free summer handout. I put all of my best summer planning tips in it just for you. It's got feast day ideas, checklists, calendars, chore charts, simple summer rhythms, and lots more. Let's go. Recreation versus sloth, a Catholic take on summer. Let's start with mindset. We tend to think of summer as either magical memories or complete madness, but the church offers us a better vision, one that's actually life-giving for you and your kids. Rest isn't laziness. In the United States, we grow up in a work hard, play hard culture, but this really isn't a healthy balance. Leisure is holy. It's creation. It's where we shift our patterns into something that helps us grow other parts of ourselves, but it's definitely not the same thing as laziness and sloth. In fact, when we are lazy or slothful, we often find that we just don't fill our tank like we thought we would. Recreation is recreation, literally. It's a time to rest with your family. It's a time to renew physically, emotionally, spiritually, and even to grow some of those other spiritual gifts or new creative practices. John Paul reminds us that Sunday rest, and by extension, true leisure, is meant to reflect the dignity of the human person. And the Catechism reminds us that just as God rested on the seventh day, so too we're called to rest and refresh. So let's reclaim summer, not as a break from discipline or faith, but as a chance to form your domestic church in a gentle, joyful, and intentional way. This isn't about a Pinterest-worthy summer, although the Catholic Counseling Institute now has a Pinterest board, make sure you follow. This is about presence, peace, and purpose. Building simple, structured routine. Now, you know I love a good framework. So here's something that really changed my whole approach to summer. Dr. Dan Siegel, an amazing neuroscientist, created what he calls a healthy mind platter. He went through all of the research and he created categories for all of the things that need to be included in a healthy day. Things like sleep, physical time, downtime, time in, reflection, focus time, pray time, and connecting time. So how do we use these as Catholic moms? Start by structuring your day into anchors, morning, midday, and evening. Not rigid blocks, just gentle rhythms. Sleep, protect it. Even if bedtime slips a little later, keep the consistency. It's so important for you and for those growing brains. Movement, walks, sprinkler runs, or even 15 minutes of silly YouTube dances really does count. Get those kids outside and moving, and move a little yourself. Time in. These are things like morning offerings, journaling, or even a quiet coloring page. Focus time, like reading challenges, chores, or even nature journaling. I love John Muir Law's Nature Journal channel. They have fantastic ideas, and they even have episodes that are short, created just for kids. Playtime. Let them get bored. That is when creativity blooms. Connection. This is the family meals, game nights, even folding laundry together can build bonds. I know your kids don't believe you, but you know it's true. This structure isn't about perfection or rigidity. It's just about having a framework that we know is rooted in the science of what creates a healthy mind, brain, emotion, spirit relationship, and we're being intentional about it. And of course, there is a structured planner to remind you of these things in your Summer Mom Survival Kit. Catholic Rhythms for the Summer. Summer is an opportunity to live out our faith in a different kind of rhythm, a slower, more spontaneous one. Try these Catholic anchors. Weekly adoration or weekday mass, and if we're honest, donuts afterwards. These are things that are so much harder to get into our schedule during the school year, so let's use the opportunity of summer and see if we can put one in. Monthly confession, feast day fun. There are so many fantastic Catholic feast days during the summer. I've included all of them in the download. along with some ideas for activities that you can do at home to make them fun. You could even pick one saint per week to focus on and learn about. Some of the saints that have feast days in the summer: St. Anthony, St. Peter, and Paul. Spiritual habits don't have to be heavy. They're the anchors that help us through the day. They just need to be rooted in love and adapted to your season in life. Practical tips for mom's sanity. All right, now we get to the part that we all secretly came for: saving mom's sanity. Here are my top 7 sanity savers for Catholic moms this summer. Number 1, summer reading incentives. It's so important for our kids to be reading. We all know this, and it's really hard to do during the school year because of all the other things going on. It's so much easier during the summer, especially because so many summer libraries and stores offer reading incentive programs. So your kids will be motivated too. And of course, there's a list of those in your summer survival guide. Mom's morning anchor. You don't need a 5 a.m. miracle morning. You just need 15 minutes. Coffee, prayer, and one intentional task like starting the laundry. That's it. The world can wait 15 minutes. And at the Catholic Counseling Institute, we're starting Monday morning moments for Catholic moms. I'll be here joining you live on Monday mornings. We'll have 20 minutes just to chat and review the gospel from the week before, have a little journaling time together, learn a practical skill, and set our intentions for the week. We all know these are great things we should do, but somehow we just can't find the time. So I thought, why not do it together? I'll have a free handout each time, and I'll even include a couple family-friendly recipes to help you with menu planning. Board games build connection. We all know the dangers of screens, but it's not just that. It's the high stimulation of digital games. They're not just fun, they're relationship builders. Play first, correct later. This also teaches our kids important skills of learning how to win with grace and learning how to lose with dignity, not feeling like a failure and falling into shame. These are important life skills. Goodwill is a gold mine. I found Ticket to Ride for $3. I'm just saying. I have been pleasantly surprised with how many of their games have all the pieces, but if they don't, just buy a few dice and a few markers from Amazon and there you go. Number 4, let's talk about tech and why Casa Pilkington loves Bark. This is not a sales pitch. We are not sponsored. This is me telling you, as a real mom, what has actually worked for our family. We've used Bark for years. Paid for it ourselves, 0 regrets. Here's why I like it. Most families monitor phones, but kids are smart. They can connect to the Wi-Fi with Chromebooks from school or other devices that come in. Bark connects to the modem. It monitors the internet at the level of the router. So every device that uses your home internet is filtered through Bark. And then you don't have to be tech police. We set screen time schedules. We monitor websites. I even get alerts by text if it sees a text that goes out or comes in that it thinks is concerning. This gives my kids a certain level of autonomy and privacy because I'm not reading every text, but I also know that someone's monitoring. This gives you control without hovering. It's not about fear. It's about freedom with boundaries. It also gives you a backup because no one wants to be screen police all summer. There's some information in the survival guide, and of course there's a link in the description. Number 5, let them be bored. Repeat after me. Boredom is not a parenting failure. It is the birthplace of creativity. When they say, "Mom, I'm bored," your response is, "I trust you to figure something out," and then smile and walk away. They'll ride the wave of irritability and then they will figure it out. If you have young ones, then take one of those million Amazon boxes that you get and put it in your dining room. And then whenever you have things like empty yogurt containers or other boxes, just throw it in there. And then every month your kid gets a new creativity bin. Give them some glue, a stapler, some tape, and let them go. Number 6, print the photos. Digital memories don't stick like physical ones. Print out a few snapshots every week or even one a day. Let your kids tape them up or make a memory book together. Make a summer scrapbook and flip through it with them at bedtime. Maybe you can even write some of the fun things that you do together. Yes, I actually do this. So yes, there are links to some of my favorite photo printers in your summer survival. It's not just cute, it's brain development. Emotional memories and story are connected with identity formation, which is super important for our Catholic kiddos. And that is a win. Number 7, chores and summer goals. This is the part your kids are not going to want you to listen to. But here's the deal. The American Academy of Pediatrics says that chores help build confidence and self-esteem. They even reduce anxiety. Yes, really. I'll put the studies in the survival guide if your kids don't believe you. Tell them it came from a therapist. Give your kids a faith goal, a fun goal, and a service goal for the summer. or come up with them together. We know that true self-esteem doesn't come from participation trophies. It comes from doing hard work and seeing that we can get it done. That is the lasting self-efficacy that we're looking for. When kids feel useful, they feel secure. Let them know that they have an important place in your family, that your family counts on them, even the little ones who can just put the silverware away. Without you, this place would be different. It's a very important yet subtle message. And then make sure to thank them. You're setting a model of appreciation, because I've never met a mom who says, my kids thank me too much. Don't forget this last layer, creativity and service. Summer is a great time to build some of those other skills and interests. I've had a subscription to Skillshare for years. I love it because I don't have to decide what craft or art activity or instrument or journaling I want to be into this week. I just open it up and click on a class. And I'm not the only one at Casa Pilkington who enjoys the creativity of Skillshare. You could also do a family decluttering challenge. Summer is a great time to go through those wardrobes and figure out what needs to go, because we know that when the new school year comes around, that we're going to have new clothes and new uniforms, and kids grow fast. So I'm sure there's stuff in there that someone else could use. You could make handmade cards for the elderly or write a comic book about saints. Summer isn't just a break. It's an opportunity for creative growth. So you don't need a color-coded, 40-page, Pinterest-perfect plan for summer. You just need a little rhythm, a lot of grace, and focus on what matters: formation, connection, routine, and presence. Remember, you don't need to do it all. Your piece matters, and God delights in small things when they're done with great love. And if you want to start planning out your summer, go ahead and grab your free download. I made it just for you. It's got calendars, ideas, and all of the stuff that we talked about. If this episode made you smile, gave you a few ideas, made you feel not so alone, please share it with another Catholic mom, and then drop me a note in the comments about what you want help with next. P.S. If you would be interested in a Catholic book club for moms right here on YouTube, go ahead and leave me a comment. Let me know if you'd be interested, what sounds good to you, and if you have any ideas of books or topics. If there's enough interest, then we'll start one. I am into super low pressure book clubs, just some reflecting and connecting together. I've been praying about starting one, but I'd love your feedback to see how we could shape it. Until next time, may your popsicles be frozen, your laundry be folded, and your kids' shoes be findable. Remember, there's always room for you on the Catholic couch.